Hey guys, it's Luke here from the Tradie Marketing Agency, and today I wanted to talk about stop being a small life bitch. I got this phrase from my little brother actually, and we're just talking about like living your life, like actually going for it, like actually trying to achieve your dreams in life, and whatever that is for you with your business. Maybe it's making $1 million a year, maybe it's living in Thailand or Bali or wherever, anything you dream of, you can actually achieve given enough time and skills and things like that. So, I think it's too easy to get stuck in the day to day of things and lose sight of the bigger picture. Right. If I was to ask you, how much could your life change by tomorrow? Could you make $1 million by tomorrow? The answer is probably no, there's not enough time. But if I said, all right, you've got 8 years to make $1 million, could you do that? Well, suddenly it becomes a lot more achievable, right? Often as entrepreneurs, we have big ideas and big goals, but completely unrealistic time frames with things. We want things to happen now. And the default is people just get stuck in the day-to-day firefighting, but lose track of the bigger business. So, one little technique that I've done that's really helped me is get out like a little notebook and a bit of paper and write out, my life 5 years from now, right? And, it's like 5 years is a fairly substantial amount of time. The beautiful thing about setting a long time horizon is your brain doesn't get caught up in much of like the hows, like the practicalities of how you would do that. With enough time, it's just kind of, anything is possible, really. So, like give yourself a longer time horizon that your brain's not going to kick in and be like, you can't do that because you've got a mortgage to pay. Or, you can't do that because the cost of milk has gone up. It's just sort of like you can actually start thinking about what it is you want to do. And then normally after I've done that, like say written like, what do I want my life to be like 5 years from now? Maybe then write out another page and go, what do I want my life to be like 2 years from now? And then another one year from now, and then maybe like 3 months from now, and then 1 month from now. And what you're doing is you're filling in the milestone sort of gaps. And then it's like, all right, well, if I want to be a millionaire like 5 years from now, let's just say, for example, and then, 2 years from now, maybe it's like you're making $400,000 a year. And then it's like, all right, well, 1 year from now, maybe I'm doing $250,000 a year. And then, go back down. And then you might go all the way down to like, all right, 1 month from now, I'm making an extra $2,000 a month. What would I need to be doing to do that? And you can start to identify the actions that are actually in line with it. There's a brilliant book called, I think it's called 10X, not the one by Grant Cardone. There's one by a guy called Dan Sullivan. And he talks about the beauty of setting like a 10X vision is in that when you set like a 10X vision for your life, it really narrows the options for you to take, right? Like there's only a few things you can do that would be in alignment with that. And so it narrows your focus, right? Whereas if you have a very small vision, like the amount of things you can do are like endless. Like if I said, just better your life a bit, you might brush your teeth, you might wash your socks, you might change some of the furniture. It's too vague, fluffy in general. But if the goal is make an extra $2,000 this month, there'll be very specific tasks that you would have to do in order to achieve that. And so your focus gets narrowed and you get a lot more effective because you've identified the small tasks you actually need to do to achieve that. Yeah, so I would encourage you guys to just spend 5 or 10 minutes today and just get out a piece of paper and jot out where you want your life to be at 5 years from now. And then if you've got time, go and do one for 2 years, and then maybe for 1 year, and then 6 months, 3 months, and 1 month. It'll take like a little bit of time to do all the pages, but by doing it, you'll begin to see like things a lot more clearly. Apologies for the phone call. Going back a minute. But yeah, that would be my lesson for today. And as always, if you guys would like a hand with your digital marketing so that you can reach some of your goals a bit faster, feel free to visit us at thetradiemarketingagency.com.au.